Hello everybody and welcome back to the TEW Save here on the channel. We are doing the Monday, January 13th Raw today, and we're opening the show with Sami Zayn, who was attacked by Drew McIntyre last week. He opens the show demanding that Drew come out and talk to him like a man instead of attacking him from the back like a coward. Drew's music hits and he calmly walks out to ask Sami what he wants. Sami wants to know why Drew felt the need to randomly attack him out of nowhere when he was just trying to announce his Royal Rumble appearance later this month. Drew says that, he hopes Sami won't make it to the Rumble, as he still sees Sami as connected to the bloodline, connected to Roman Reigns, and Drew wants to destroy the bloodline. After he says that, Jey Uso runs in from behind and attacks Drew. They brawl together. Sami Zayn's rushing. He's in the ring, but he's rushing to the stage and breaks it up and brings Jey backstage. So we get a 72. That's how we start the show. It's a good start to the show, I think. Yeah, perfect. Next up, obviously, the Dakota and Kairi Sane beat Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So Alba Fire challenged Io Sky to a match. This all happened on social media. Obviously, this didn't happen last week, but I decided to just throw it in here because we needed a match in Io Sky. I didn't have anything for her, so I just threw her against Alba Fire. Io wins in 14 minutes. Match is designed to be a spectacle. I obviously didn't make it long enough, so that's on me. My bad. I need 3 match types, and this was one of them. So they do have good chemistry though, so we might run this back later. Io gets a 74, Alba with a 45. It still gets a 59. Which, I'll take it. Good psychology and a spectacle. Yeah, too short, which is fine. Oh well. Next up, we go backstage to the LWO, who are talking about what to do about their new Logan Paul problem. Logan Paul's obviously trying to insert himself into the New Day just to get at Rey Mysterio. Joaquin Wilde offers to have a match tonight against Logan, and everyone else tells him to be careful. So that gets a 51. It's fine. And then we get Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. This is going to be hindered by the lack of a storyline, I'm assuming, but obviously after Seth's harsh words last week, they have a grudge match here. Great heat, good wrestling. They draw in 16 and a half minutes following a double disqualification. Chaotic and full of action. Yeah, it gets the crowd going, which is what we wanted it to do. 73 for Seth, 77 for Punk. Obviously, we'll run this back, but I'm assuming, yeah. Road agent notes. Oh, I know what happened. I had to keep Punk strong, otherwise he didn't want to draw. So that's going to bring it down a little bit, but that's fine. The 65 is still fine. Plus, we got him on the show. We go backstage again to Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine all making a tic-tac once again. Chad Gable walks up and asks why none of them have any ambition and why they're content just being idiots in the backstage for their whole career. Otis responds talking about how, Alpha Academy might be doing better than American Made, since Ivy Nile, Julius Creed, and Chad Gable all lost last week. Four of the 4 members all losing would be nice. So Otis decides he's going to make a match, and he'll face Brutus Creed later tonight. It gets a 57, which I'm fine with. And yeah, Akira Tozawa, I did throw him as a comic relief part just because of the tic-tac part, and just imagine he's having weird reactions to Otis in the second part. 57 is fine. So here we are, the Joaquin Wilde and Logan Paul match, which gets a 65. I will definitely take that. Wow. Logan Paul wins in 11 minutes with a frog splash. Joaquin Wilde 42, Logan Paul 67. Awesome. Commentary's great. And yeah, I'll definitely take this. 65. Awesome. Logan Paul defeats Walking Wild. Rhea Ripley comes out and cuts a promo demanding Liv come out and face her. When Liv doesn't come out, Rhea tells the audience that she's going to make sure she gets a shot at her title that she never lost. Suddenly the lights go out, and the Wyatt Six music plays. The dim lights flicker back on, and Abby the Witch is in the ring, pointing at Rhea, and then she points to the stage, telling Rhea to leave. Rhea leaves, and then Abby crawls over to the commentary box, or the announce desk, and leaves a box there that contains a VHS tape. So that segment gets a 76. Gains heat because the Rhea promo. Nikki Cross was underwhelming, but we're building the heat there, and then hopefully Nikki Cross gets some pop from that. We go backstage to the Judgment Day clubhouse after Rhea's promo. Finn tells Dom and Liv that he'll take care of Damien tonight so that they can focus on figuring out what to do about this Rhea problem. And that gets a 74, so awesome. 2 great segments back to back. Very happy about that. And here's the Otis and Brutus Creed match. It gets a 64. I'm very, very happy about that. Wow, that's actually surprising. Otis wins with a Dozier bomb in 13.5 minutes. 58 and a 57, so why? Just all the bonuses? Interesting. I'll definitely take it though. 64 is great. We play the VHS tape and we see an empty room with just, well, not empty, but it's just the Miz tied up in a chair in the middle. Uncle Howdy creeps up behind the chair, massaging the Miz's head, giving Miz the cue to start talking. Miz tells the camera that the Wyatt Six said that they'll only let him go if he cuts all ties with the Final Testament. He's about to start speaking some more, but the tape ends right there. So, will the Miz cut ties? Well, he still owes Karrion Kross something, so I guess we'll have to find out later. I'm trying to do like a horror kind of spooky vibe with the Wyatt Six. Obviously, they're not being used in real life, but I want to try and figure something out with them. It should be fun. Gets a 59. Definitely will take that. We have the Women's World Tag Champs Tournament, PFC versus the Party Girls, where PFC wins in 12 minutes with Zoe Stark pinning Kaden Carter. This gets a 54, and Katana Chance fractures her collarbone. Great. I guess I don't have a lot of plans for her, but we can do a Kaden Carter something solo. I mean, we just need more women's tag teams, and this is like the actual tag team. So I'm glad I had them losing anyways, but Shane is the best. Both teams are great. Chemistry. 54, I'll definitely take it. Yeah, injury. Hopefully that's not too long. I will show at the end of the show the injury results. We go back to Byron Saxton, who finds the Final Testament backstage after the VHS tape and asks what the group's plan is to save The Miz. Cross says that The Miz owes him a favor, not the other way around. The Miz is responsible for his own actions, and that Karrion doesn't want to deal with a group that he doesn't understand. He'll wait for the Wyatts to come to him. Gets a 50. Paul Ellering is dreadful. I think I did Intimidation, which I won't do again. But yeah, a 50. That's The New Day comes out and says that they lost last week because they're clearly much better as a duo than with some random third member. Xavier Woods starts talking about how they're already the greatest tag team ever, but imagine how much better they would have been if they were just a duo and they didn't have to drag that Deadwood Big E around. Suddenly, they're interrupted by Robert Roode's theme music starts playing, and out comes Robert Roode. This is a surprise. He tells the crowd that he knows what it's like to have to stop wrestling due to an injury. Thankfully, he's finally been cleared to return and is unretiring. And his first goal is to get revenge for Big E. and he rushes into the ring and attacks both of them, and they start brawling. This gets a 55. Robert Roode's back. He's going to get revenge for Big E. Yeah. We go backstage to JD McDonough telling the War Raiders that Finn has to deal with Damien Priest tonight, but he'll beat Eric next week, and then they'll get their tag championship opportunity and get their championships back. 46. Originally, I did have Finn versus Eric for this week, but I had to do something with Damien Priest, so I'm postponing that to next week, but we will get Eric versus Finn next week. Finn staying busy. The Women's IC Champ inaugural tournament continues with a interesting match. Sonya Deville defeats Maxine Dupree in 9 minutes by submission. 45 for Sonya, 29 for Maxine. 44, not great. Oh well. White hot. The crowd does not matter after that last match because Sheamus comes out to talk about how much it would mean for him to finally become a Grand Slam champion. He's earned opportunity after opportunity and plans to defeat Braun. He wants Braun to come out and finally accept his challenge so that they can have their match right here, right now. He turns to the stage, waiting for Braun Breaker's music to hit. But suddenly, out from the crowd, Braun Breaker rushes into the ring and spears Sheamus in the side. Sheamus is writhing in pain on the ground, and while that's happening, Braun picks up the microphone to tell everybody that he'll face Sheamus on his terms because he's the champion. And he's decided that he'll face Sheamus at Saturday night's main event. That gets a 61, which is great. The crowd loved it. Gained heat. Awesome. Very happy with that. And here's a great match. Damien Priest defeats Finn Balor in 14 minutes by DQ after Carlito runs in and attacks Priest. This is a storytelling match. A 66 for both performances. 66 wrestling, 66 crowd, 73 segment rating. Awesome match. Very happy about that. And yeah, so a DQ. So these two will be running it back again, obviously. We can't have Damien Priest just beating Finn Balor by disqualification. So once Finn gets through Eric, if he gets through Eric, then we'll revisit this. And oh, what a great way to end the show. John Cena comes out. He thanks the fans for still embracing him and talks about how good it feels to finally get a win again in the WWE. He says that he might have beaten Gunther's sidekick, his right-hand man, but he doesn't think that Gunther will be willing to give him a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship just because of one win. And on cue, Gunther's music hits, and he walks out with Ludwig Kaiser. Gunther says that as much as he respects Ludwig, he can't just hand out title shots to everyone who beats him. He wants John Cena to earn it, to go through struggle, to not be some Hollywood guy who just comes back for a title shot and then disappears again. This gets a 95 to end the show, with the John Cena promo getting 100, which is awesome. Ludwig and Gunther weren't great. I wonder if it's the script. Okay, yeah, so that's the end of the show. Or is it? It's not, as suddenly two men rush into the ring and start attacking John Cena. Alexander Wolf is back with Imperium with another German, Oscar Wittkamp, who is from WXW, and it's Maggot. If you guys are curious, that's the newest member of Imperium, so these are the two new signings. Raw goes off the air as Gunther and Ludwig watch the new Imperium members beat down John Cena. So we get Alexander Wolf, or Axel Tischer, who gets a Axeman gimmick, and he's great. And then Oscar Wittkamp, Son of Nothing, an unstable gimmick, very good. So this is the new tag team for Imperium, and just have to build some pop for them. Obviously, they're not very popular at all, so this segment only gets a 49, which actually isn't going to be good to end the show. So, oh well. But I did want to keep the surprise factor in just for the video, otherwise I would have just made it a part 3 to the last segment, which probably would have been better for the ratings of this show, but I want to make this a good series. And the show was a 78, even with that terrible ending. So I'm very, very happy about that. So that last segment with Cena really just drove everything up. I'm very happy about that. Increase our popularity in 13 regions. Let's see the injury review. So, okay. Only a 30-day injury, so I'm very happy about that. Nothing long-term. I don't know if collarbone was one of those long-term injuries, but thankfully it's not. Only able to work angles, though, so we can have Caden Carter do single matches. We do gain money there. Popularity goes up. It's been, going down with Smackdown, and after that, that's our best show yet. We start finally gaining some popularity back. Very, very happy with that. And that's the show. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave your feedback in the comment section below. Your opinion matters most for this series. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode for NXT.